And then you go to drums, and then you went to bass. How old were you when you started bass?
19 or something like that.
So you started late.
Yeah.
You're a late bloomer.
I'm a crazy late bloomer, bro.
That's crazy to me.
I didn't get my first gig till I was 23.
What?
Bro, like I was an adult, bro. Like niggas playing gigs at 16, 17, 18. That wasn't me, bro.
Really?
Nah.
I would have never known.
I got my first gig with Taylor at 23.
Are you serious? So then, because a lot of people think when you were into music or playing an instrument, you have to start young to learn it. So how do you what do you tell them? Because a lot of people think that they can't learn something new as an adult.
It ain't really about age, it's more about work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously being older, you have maturity, which is, you need that, but when you're younger, you have time. You know what I mean? But it's really just about work ethic. It's like, you really want to do it, it's possible. You know what I mean? You're going to have to go a crazy learning curve, you know? But it really just comes down to your work ethic. You know?
So then, when it comes to art, like a lot of times people think it's, like you said, natural gift. How can somebody develop a work ethic when it comes to something like art?
Well, to me, bare minimum, just try to play. I don't want to say make a schedule for yourself, because that's, you know, not as easy as it sounds sometimes, but at least play every day. If it's 5 minutes, if it's an hour, if it's 3 hours, whatever, play every single day. Start there. You know what I'm saying? Like, your hands have to get used to it. Your mind has to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? Play every single day. Even if you trash, just play. Yeah, I'm looking over there because you over there. You gotta stand over here.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah. So you are an artist, you do art, you do music, but you're also black. So tell me how that, one may influence the other, or how do they go hand in hand? Does it give you another layer of your identity as an artist because you're black? Like, how do those two tie together, if at all?
Well, being black, you come from a history of very talented people. Not necessarily being related, but more so, I mean, some of the greatest artists we've ever had. You know, not to bring race into it, but they were black people. You know what I mean? Some of the other genres that ended up becoming what they are became what they are because of black people. You know what I mean? So as far as being an artist or being a musician, you can pull from that. You know what I mean? That there's, been some amazing artists, musicians that have came before you that have the exact same race that you had, same struggles you had, and they, became a household name, known all around the world.
So what is it about black that influences culture? Like, whenever you think about pop culture, you think about black. So what is it about black in particular that influences art, influences culture?
I think it's more so just an energy. You know what I mean? Like, black people just have a different energy towards doing things when it comes down to creativity. Not that other races don't have it, but it's just an energy as well as a tenacity, if you will. Just a raw passion for it. That makes a huge difference.
Okay. So yeah, you said tenacity, you said rawness. I was gonna ask, if you were to describe black art, what words would you use? So that's kind of where we're at, is tenacity, rawness, energy.
I think it's mainly just vibrance, man. Like, black art is just vibrant. And that goes back to the continent, you know what I'm saying? Like, that goes back to Africa. Like, you look at the dashikis and the colors, the kente cloths and all that stuff, it's vibrant. You know what I mean? Like, it's not stagnant, it's not boring. You know what I mean? It's vibrant. It's very full of life. You know what I mean? And that life and that vibrance just gives inspiration to do it even more. You know what I mean?
So black influences culture, black influences art, black influences a lot of things that we see. And when you think about black, and you think about identity, hair is a big part of that. So to you, what's the importance of black hair? Like what weight does that hold? I see your hair is going crazy right now. Going crazy. So what to you is like, if you were to tell the story of black hair, what would that be for you?
Man, black hair is just individuality, yo. It's just because like black hair is just versatile. So it's like if you wanna, I guess, tap into a different version of yourself, your hair is a way of expressing it. You know what I mean? No matter how simple your hair is or how complicated it is, you know what I mean? You can just be your own individual, have your own uniqueness, and yeah, just be your own individual.
What does your hair say about yourself right now?
What's it say about me? That I'm crazy? Can't not say that word. I'm probably crazy. But also just different. You know what I mean? And that I don't really care about being different. It's not something I choose to do. It's just what life is for me. You know.
Sure. What do you love about your hair?
What's that?
What do you love about your hair?
That it takes care of itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was at Schneider today talking to a sheet metal dude, and he was like, man, how you get your hair like that? I'm like, it just be like this, bro. Like, I used to put a lot of time, energy, and effort into my hair. And past 6-7 months, I ain't really been doing shit. Can I cuss? Okay.
Crazy.
I ain't been doing shit. I ain't moisturized, nothing, bro. Like, I get a lineup if I got a gig. Or if I got like an event, I get cleaned up. I was trying to get cut yesterday for this.
What's up?
That ain't end up happening. Hey y'all. But yeah, it takes care of itself, man.
Mike.
Do you have any questions, Mariah? Hello?
Anything?
Hey, what's happening, Tony? How you doing?
Tyler.
Uh-oh.
I really don't have a question.
Okay. That pause made me nervous. Like,
No, it's just because I'm thinking. What would you say to artists who are starting out? I think when you said you were starting out, what would you use to motivate them? What would you say?
I would say get off of social media. Like, get out your head, you know what I mean? Stop. You first starting out, you looking at everybody, you know what I'm saying? You looking at what this person's doing, what that person's doing. You're super easily influenced when you first starting off, and you kind of have to be yourself. You gotta learn yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like your first album or your first song, that don't really count. You know what I'm saying? Like you still learning what the hell you trying to do with yourself. It's that next project, third project, fourth project, that's when you really come into your own. You know what I'm saying? So I would say kind of separate yourself from all these other influences that, you know, kind of crowd your space when you're trying to first start off as an artist. Like separate yourself and just get into your own space and what you really want to show the world. If that makes any sense.
That's super accurate. I'm gonna stand off when you first start something new. Yeah, because you're gonna destroy your own authenticity.
It's crazy, bro. Like, and like that's how social media is now. Like, it used to influence people, like kind of a little bit, but now that influence is like 100 times worse, bro.
Yeah.
Like you see celebrities being influenced
Yeah.
by social media, like you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Well,
So-
influencer is literally a job.
It's a job, and people are good at it, great at it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep your influences low. Stay away from that.
So how do you not copy what everyone else does? How do you learn yourself?
Well, if you a singer, you gotta spend some time singing. Singing whatever you like. Sing the old stuff, sing the new stuff, but also you gotta spend time with it. You know what I mean? Like that's how you get to know music. You gotta spend time with it. That's how you learn yourself. You gotta be by yourself and spend time with yourself. You gotta learn yourself. You know what I mean? Like I think that's how you do it. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. There's other artists though. Mikey knows.
You guys are
That's
talking about art again?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you develop, because you have your own unique style as a bassist. Like, I've played with different bassists, like you said, they all kind of have their own thing. So after you played, you know, the old stuff, the new stuff, you practice it, at what point do you develop your own style, or how do you develop your own style?
Well, I think it starts with what do you like? You know what I mean? If you just go back and like listen to some of the stuff that you play sometimes, you'd be surprised that some of the stuff you playing, you actually just like it. You know what I mean? You start to kind of pick up on your own tendencies and routines and stuff when you're practicing or when you're making up something, and pay attention to what you like, to what you kind of vibing with, what you kind of feeling, and keep track of that stuff and build on those things, not just the stuff that, you know, other people are playing that you're learning that they played, you know what I mean, but stuff that you just randomly came up with, the bass line or guitar chords or whatever, like build on that stuff, catalog that stuff, if you will, you know what I mean? Build on that.
How much you got, Crazy?
10 minutes,
Good.
11 minutes, yeah, that'll be good enough.